What is up everybody, it's your boy Cameron Bash here and welcome back to the Movement channel. Today, we're coming at you with quite an interesting WWE 2K22 video as we're going to be doing a bit of a deep dive today into an ongoing controversy to see if we can get down to the truth. Over the last few days, there has been an uneasy tension throughout the community regarding one topic in particular, MyGM mode. There has been a lot of back and forth about the mode for various reasons. One of these reasons regards the mode's features. Some people are disappointed and feel that the mode is lacking in said features and don't feel as if it has lived up to expectations. That's one can of worms and a whole topic in of itself. But on top of that, there's another side of this that people are also upset about, as some people feel as if they've been lied to when it comes to one of the most important features of this mode, the co-op capability. 4 weeks ago, on January 20th, 2022, content creator Brian Mazik uploaded an interview with 2K22 developers Lionel Jinx and Christina Pham. The session was over 40 minutes long and offered tons of insightful information about the game. But there's one clip that stood out more than most, a clip where Lionel seemingly confirms that MyGM mode will in fact have online play, where you'll easily be able to play online with your friends. We're going to play this clip for you now, with everything that comes before what Lionel says, because we feel it's important that you understand the full context behind what he is saying. If you're already familiar with this clip and would like to skip ahead, you can move on to this timestamp you see on screen now.
The official turn.
So if I'm understanding correctly, and I really did have this question about like how do they differ. GM mode is very similar to franchise mode in like, you know, another type of sports game or whatever, where your objective is to take your team, your organization, and have them experience success against essentially CPU operated opponents, which in this situation is if you are over Raw, then you are competing with SmackDown and you're competing for ratings and that whole thing. And you're able to like you said, spectate or whatever. And if you are noticing that you may be down in ratings or interest, you might choose to interject yourself or interject or affect something in an hope to spike or improve whatever the metrics are that you're being judged on.
Yes, and the only thing that you would like to hear is that it's not just against the CPU. You can play against another person. Okay.
So it can be like head-to-head MyGM.
Yes. So Christina and I will she'll pick SmackDown. She'll be she'll run SmackDown. I'll run Raw, and we can both draft and sit there and watch and look at the results, or like decide to play one of the matches. So like it's definitely some co-op there.
And is that couch co-op only, or is there an online component there?
Online, so it's not. I wouldn't say it's necessarily online. Like you can go and search for someone to go find and on the lobby, but like you can play against people on your friends list.
Got it. Okay, then.
So, as you can see there, Lionel says what I explained he said. When Brian Mazik asks him if you'll be able to play online, Lionel responds and says, "You can. You can't search for people to play with, so that implies that the mode won't have any matchmaking," which I feel was universally understood by everyone across the community. But when he says that you can play with people on your friends list, this is the part that has the community torn. Lionel did not explicitly say that MyGM mode would feature private online lobbies that you can invite your friends to. However, that's what the community assumed and have run with for the last 4 weeks or so. Many outlets and content creators reporting on the news, gaining thousands of impressions across the internet, and that's what we thought to be fact. Until a month later, when a new video was posted to the WWE Games YouTube channel called Ringside Report Episode 2, where they gave a deep dive into MyGM mode. During this video, for the second time ever, we got some more information related to the online component that would be included with MyGM mode, but this time, it seemed to completely contradict what we had already been told. Once again, so you all have the complete context for the situation, we're going to go ahead and play the full clip now, where Alan Flores provides the latest update for the online capabilities in MyGM mode. Again, if you are familiar and would like to skip ahead, here is the timestamp.
Viewership, and as Alan alluded to earlier, there's also some fun social media posts on the side when you get to these screens. I'll giving you hints, but also giving you a little bit of flavor going into your specific MyGM season. It's just cool having that kind of flavor, that kind of personality to MyGM that kind of grows as your season grows throughout the 15, 25, or 50-week season.
I'm glad you brought that up. But what can our fans come to expect when they actually play through a complete session
Well, I mean, the goal of the mode is to win, basically. So you decide if you're going to play against an AI GM or you can play against another person. You can play local co-op. We've even figured out a way to do some remote play via Steam remote play type of thing. So you can play a little bit of online play that way. So basically, your goal is to win. So throughout the course of the week,
So as you just heard, that is slightly different from what we heard Lionel say a month ago. Lionel said that online play would be possible online with friends on your friends list. Alan said a similar thing, although he added the extra information saying that would only be possible with things like Steam Remote Play. Now, to answer the question you see in the title, did 2K lie? Well, no, they didn't. What Lionel said is technically true. If the only way to play MyGM online co-op is with something like Remote Play on Steam, or Share Play on PlayStation, then yes, the way that you do that is by inviting friends from your friends list. But what about Xbox? If you didn't know, Xbox doesn't have a remote play or a share play feature that would allow them to do this. So as a matter of fact, when it comes to Lionel's statement regarding online play for MyGM mode, that actually isn't true when it comes to Xbox, because you won't be able to invite friends from your friends list to play on that console. So, was it actually a lie? We don't think so. We don't think Lionel intentionally tried to give false information here to falsely hype people up, because why would he? What good is that going to do for him, the game, or the fan base? It wouldn't do any good at all, as proven by the situation that we're in now. But with that being said, when all these different sources started running with the idea that MyGM mode would have a built-in online component to it, 2K really should have gotten ahead of the situation and clarified themselves at that point in time, not 4 weeks later, out on left field in the middle of a 16-minute video. If they were able to remove the video and edit it to take out names like Keith Lee and Lana, then surely they could have clarified on this as well. Either way, however you look at the situation, it's certainly become a little bit messy over the last few days when it comes to MyGM mode. Pure online not being built into the mode will certainly be a deal breaker for some people, as some people just don't like to play games by themselves and don't have anybody else around them who's interested in playing with them, and I'm sure many of us have grown up in that situation and it's something that we can empathize with. But if you were someone who was excited to play this game as a single player mode, or you're someone who would get to take advantage of playing it online through remote play or whatever else, we're going to stick to the same advice we've always had, and that's don't knock it until you try it. Or wait for a review from someone that you trust if you don't want to put your own money on the line. You can't judge a book by its cover. It's very easy to look at it from the perspective of it being a stripped down mode with nothing to offer, but there's also the perspective of it being a manageable mode that's easier to consume in a competitive setting. You know, just something for you to think about. But anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. We've got to hear your guys' thoughts on this one, so tell us. What do you think about this entire situation? Has your hype for MyGM mode been dampened by any of this news? Or are you still excited to get your hands on the mode? Let us know in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more WWE 2K22 content. Thanks very much for watching this video guys, and we'll see you soon for another one.